Nestled on the shores of Lake Ebenvale, Moonlit Pines Campground promised a serene escape beneath the silvery glow of the moon. However, as the campers would soon discover, the woods harbored ancient secrets that danced on the fringes of the supernatural. Jessica Monroe, a fearless paranormal investigator, assembled a team to delve into the mysteries concealed within Moonlit Pines, unaware of the horrors that awaited beneath the moonlit canopy. The campground, flanked by towering pines that whispered ancient secrets, exuded an eerie tranquility as night descended. The team established their base within a creaking lodge, its time-worn beams groaning under the weight of forgotten memories. Shadows flickered on the walls like phantoms, hinting at the spectral presence that lingered beneath the moonlit veil. As the investigators ventured into the heart of Moonlit Pines, the forest seemed to come alive with an ethereal energy. The air, heavy with the scent of damp earth and pine, carried a haunting melody, a ghostly lullaby that echoed through the rustling leaves. Unseen eyes watched from the shadows, and the team's flashlights revealed fleeting glimpses of figures that vanished as quickly as they appeared. Among the ancient trees, the investigators discovered an abandoned ritual site adorned with faded symbols and tattered remnants of offerings. The ground beneath their feet seemed to pulse with a dark energy, and the wind whispered of ancient ceremonies that summoned forces beyond mortal comprehension. A feeling of dread settled over the team, as the woods itself seemed to resist their intrusion. In the heart of the campground, an ominous lake shimmered in the moonlight, its still waters reflecting the secrets buried beneath. Legend spoke of a cursed spirit, known as the Lady of Ebenvale, whose mournful wails haunted the lake's shores. The team, drawn by an unseen force, set out in search of the truth, their flashlights casting elongated shadows on the path before them. As they neared the lake, an otherworldly fog rolled in, obscuring their vision. Whispers like spectral tendrils wound their way into the investigators' minds, revealing a tale of betrayal, lost love, and the Lady of Ebenvale's insatiable thirst for revenge. The woods seemed to close in around them, and the moonlit night transformed into an oppressive dreamscape. In the depths of the lake, the team encountered the Lady of Ebenvale, a ghostly figure draped in ethereal mist, her eyes reflecting centuries of anguish. The very air seemed to freeze as she beckoned them to witness the tragedy that befell her. Shadows danced on the lake's surface, revealing a tale of betrayal and a forbidden love that ended in treachery. Driven by an otherworldly compulsion, the investigators performed a ritual to appease the Lady of Ebenvale, hoping to break the curse that bound her to the lake. The moon hung low, casting an otherworldly glow on the unfolding ceremony. The water rippled, and a spectral chorus of voices rose, echoing the pain and despair of a love betrayed. Suddenly, the ritual reached its zenith, and the forest fell into an unnatural silence. The lake's surface stilled, and the Lady of Ebenvale vanished into the moonlit mist. As the investigators stood in the oppressive calm, a distant howl echoed through the pines, a mournful cry that lingered in the stillness of the night. Moonlit Pines Campground, once steeped in supernatural dread, now lay silent beneath the moon's silver radiance. The investigators, marked by the haunting echoes of Ebenvale's tragedy, departed with an unsettling awareness that some curses once broken leave scars that linger in the shadows of the moonlit woods. At the periphery of the mysterious elder tree forest, Emberwood campsite stood as a haven for those seeking communion with the natural world. Yet, veiled beneath the verdant canopy and the soft glow of fireflies, an unsettling presence lurked. Investigator Olivia Harlan, renowned for her prowess in untangling the supernatural, led a team of intrepid souls into Emberwood's depths, oblivious to the spectral entities that stirred amidst the swaying branches. As twilight descended, casting an ethereal hue upon the campsite, the team settled into a time-worn lodge marked by the passage of countless seasons. The whispers of the wind through ancient boughs seemed to weave tales of the eldritch mysteries that clung to the air. Delving into the heart of Emberwood, the investigators traversed moonlit trails that wound through gnarled roots and shadow-draped clearings. The air, heavy with the scent of damp earth and moss, bore witness to the unseen watchers that lingered within the sylvan tapestry. Strange symbols, luminescent in the pale moonlight, adorned the bark of trees, revealing an ancient language woven into the fabric of the forest. Within the campsite's heart, a forgotten stone circle stood, bathed in an otherworldly glow. The investigators, drawn by the spectral resonance emanating from the stones, discovered a decaying journal beneath an ancient oak. Its pages chronicled tales of spectral figures that emerged from the shadows, weaving a haunting ballet under the moon's silvery gaze. Guided by the cryptic journal, the team stumbled upon an overgrown altar nestled in a moonlit glade. Unearthly whispers rose from the moss-laden stones, recounting a tale of a long-lost ritual and the binding of souls to the very fabric of Emberwood. The investigators felt the air thicken as the spirits of the past began to materialize, their faces etched with expressions of both sorrow and malevolence. As the investigators sought to unravel the spectral tapestry, they ventured deeper into the forest, guided by the flickering glow of mystical wisps. Shadows elongated and danced, forming spectral figures that mirrored the mournful whispers that wove through the ancient trees. In the heart of Emberwood, an abandoned chapel emerged from the veil of the trees. Its dilapidated walls bore witness to forgotten prayers and echoed with spectral hymns. A once holy relic, now tainted by the malevolent forces that clung to the campsite, awaited the investigators. Performing a ritual guided by the eldritch symbols discovered within the forest, the team sought to sever the ethereal bonds that bound Emberwood to its haunted past. The moon hung low, and the air vibrated with unseen energies as the ancient trees seemed to hold their breath. In a crescendo of spectral light, the ritual reached its zenith. The investigators found themselves standing in the silent aftermath, the air still and the whispers of the past fading into the night. Emberwood, once ensnared by the spectral threads of its history, now stood liberated beneath the moonlit canopy. As the team left the campsite, the forest exhaled a sigh of release, and the eldritch whispers that had permeated the air ceased. Yet, as they gazed back, a solitary figure, bathed in moonlight, lingered among the trees. A silent guardian, perhaps, or a lingering spirit of the ancient woodland, forever tethered to Emberwood's enigmatic embrace. On the fringe of the forlorn midnight forest, Camp Obsidian beckoned to wanderers seeking refuge beneath the ebony boughs and the glimmer of nocturnal stars. Unbeknownst to the unsuspecting campers, a spectral presence lay veiled in the rustling leaves and moonlit meadows. Paranormal investigator Dr. Victor Hale, renowned for his prowess in deciphering the arcane, assembled a cadre of fearless individuals to unravel the mysteries ensnared within Camp Obsidian, unaware of the malevolent forces that stirred beneath the cloak of night. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a pall of shadows over the campsite, the team set up their base within a dilapidated cabin, its ancient beams groaning under the weight of forgotten secrets. The susurrus of the wind through the inky foliage seemed to convey tales of eldritch enigmas that pervaded the moonlit atmosphere. Venturing into the heart of Camp Obsidian, the investigators traversed sinuous trails that meandered through shadow-draped clearings and labyrinths of enigmatic rocks. The air, dense with the fragrance of damp earth and the tang of pine, held the spectral echoes of unseen watchers that lingered amid the obsidian-hued foliage. Bioluminescent fungi adorned the forest floor, casting an eerie glow upon the twisted roots and moss-laden rocks. Beneath the fractured moonlight, the investigators discovered an ancient altar adorned with cryptic symbols that shimmered with ethereal radiance. A time-worn parchment, bearing testimony to forgotten rituals and the invocation of spectral guardians, lay concealed among gnarled roots. The team, guided by the cryptic lore, delved deeper into the heart of the spectral enigma. Within the camp's nexus, an abandoned amphitheater emerged from the shadows, its decrepit stage bearing witness to the echoes of performances staged under the silver orb of the moon. The investigators, drawn by the haunting melody of a spectral flute that seemed to drift through the night air, uncovered an ancient instrument untouched by time. As the haunting notes reverberated, shadows danced upon the amphitheater stage, coalescing into phantasmal figures that mirrored the mournful whispers that wove through the obsidian-hued trees. Guided by the spectral notes, the team descended into a subterranean labyrinth hidden beneath the campsite. Ancient symbols adorned the walls, pulsating with ghostly luminescence. The air grew dense, and the shadows congealed into specters that silently traversed the subterranean passages. The investigators, navigating the maze of forgotten catacombs, felt the oppressive weight of a presence that seemed to materialize from the very darkness. In the depths of Camp Obsidian, an abandoned chapel loomed, its skeletal spire piercing the midnight sky. The investigators, guided by the eldritch symbols etched into the chapel's walls, performed a ritual in an attempt to unravel the spectral tapestry woven into the camp's essence. The moon, obscured by shifting clouds, cast intermittent shadows that seemed to writhe upon the chapel's walls. In an ethereal crescendo, the ritual reached its zenith. The investigators found themselves standing amidst the silent aftermath, the air stagnant and the nocturnal whispers subsiding into an oppressive hush. Camp Obsidian, once ensnared by the spectral threads of its history, now stood liberated beneath the celestial vault. As the team departed the campsite, the night air seemed to exhale a sigh of release. The spectral murmurs that had permeated the atmosphere ceased. Yet, as they glanced back, the obsidian-hued trees appeared to part for a moment, revealing a veiled figure bathed in moonlight. A silent guardian, perhaps, or a lingering specter forever tethered to the enigmatic embrace of midnight pines.